It's 9 o'clock when I hear the car outside. I'm sitting watching TV. I say, "Oh, hello. Did you have a nice time?" She says, "Yes. Yes, we did. Thank you." "Did you get your suntan lotion?" She says, "What suntan lotion?" "You were going to get some suntan lotion." "Never mind, you've forgotten." "How's Mr. Turnbull?" "Frank? He's all right." She took her things off. "I'm sure you could get to like him, Graham, if only you got to know him." I said, "Well, you should have brought him in." "Well, I will next time. It'd be nice if now and again we could go off as a threesome." "What have you done?" "Nothing," I said, "just sat here." "You've been all right?" You see," she said, "there wasn't anybody outside." "Oh, yes, there was." She said, "Oh, Graham, have you had a tablet? Have a tablet." "I don't want a tablet. I'll tell you who was sat outside. Mrs. Pamela Musgrave." She says, "Who's she?" "Nay, Turnbull, the daughter of your hubby-to-be." She says, "He hasn't got a daughter. He's got a son down south." "He hasn't got a daughter," she said. "You're making stuff up now. Have a tablet." I said, "I'm not making it up. And there's something else I'm not making up. Mrs. Turnbull." She says, "There isn't a Mrs. Turnbull. She's dead. I'm going to the lav." I said, "She's not dead. She's in a wheelchair with a broken heart. He's been having you on." After a bit she comes out. "You're just saying all this." "The number's on the pad. Ring up. She's disabled, is his wife. Has been for 10 years. Their daughter looks after 'em. You're not the first. He's always doing it. One woman, it was going to be Barbados. Somebody spotted you together at Bolton Abbey. A well-wisher. Tenerife." Later on I took her a cup of tea. She'd been crying. She said, "I bought this little bed jacket." I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am." She said, "He was right enough. What can you expect at my age? How old am I?" 72. That's another thing. I remembered with him. I don't remember with you. I said, "I'm sorry." "You're not sorry. How are you sorry? You didn't like him." I said, "He wasn't good enough for you." She said, "I'm the best judge of that. He was natty, more than can be said for you," and starts crying again. I said, "I understand, ma'am." She said, "You don't understand. How can you understand? You're not normal." I said, "I'm going to bed." In a bit she comes shouting outside the door. "You think you've got it over me, Graham Whittaker? Well, you haven't. I've got it over you." I said, "Go back to bed." She says, "I know the kind of magazines you read." I said, "Chess. You'll catch cold." She says, "They never are chess. Chess with no clothes on. Chess in their birthday suits. That kind of chess. Chess men." I said, "Go to bed and turn your blanket off." Next day she's as right as rain. Forgotten it. Never mentions it anyway. Except just as we're coming out the house she says, "I do love you, Graham." I says, "I love you too." She said, "Anyway, he had a hearing aid." She says, "What's on the agenda for today then?" I said, "I thought we might have a little ride to Ripon." She says, "Oh yes, Ripon, that's nice. We could go to the cathedral. We like old buildings, don't we, you and me?" She put her arm through mine.